Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Doki Literature Club. On the last episode, we faced some tough decisions. We had to choose who to prep for the festival with. We decided to go with Yuri. Yuri is definitely a little odd, but nothing wrong with being a little odd. And we're going to see where the rest of this story goes. I'm really excited to play, and let's get back into it. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be waking up to school with Sayori. Walking to school with Sayori, my apologies. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I could see her going to her house to wake her up, but decide that that's a little too much. Are you sure, dude? Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funny enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Hey, you're the first one here. I just realized there's no music. That's unsettling. Thanks for being early. That's funny. At least Yuri would be here by now. Monica placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. It must be the one she prepared to have all the poems we were performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. Surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think on a day this important she'd try a little harder. I'd say that, but I said I remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing that it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little bit more responsibility for her, Trey. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning. What do you mean by that? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I feel a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each one of her poems is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different than the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Oh no. Oh no. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. The poem is never actually finished, it just stops moving. Oh shit. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Trey? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori has written. But more than that, I I changed my mind. I'm gonna get Sayori, so uh, all right. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. Yeah, you think, dipshit? Not a big deal to at least wait for her or help wake her up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That all she needs is what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. It really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, if it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori! Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori! Oh my god. Oh my god! What the fuck? What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori that I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and everything will be okay. And why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it was for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. I had just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been. Then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can just reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. Now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. Now, I can't even take it. I can never take it back. Never. 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 That's it? That can't be it. I don't like this. Start a new game. I can't read that. See an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Kios Parley, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You're the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but this kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Kids gather around. It's story time with Uncle Cannibal. Hey, Admire, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and just let cost parlay catch up to me. Ah! Ah! I don't like this. What the... What the fuck? No, seriously, what the fuck? It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst. Being surrounded by couples and friend groups walk around to school together. Meanwhile, I'm always walking to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Where's Kitsune? We need the one who knows about this game. I know, right? Well, it's gonna go up on YouTube, so they'll see it after this. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Guess I had no choice but to start with the anime club. Okay? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. Been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? Guess you can check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? Kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. It's really not boring at all, you know. Literature could be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? Haven't we done this already before? This is all seeming very nostalgic to me. She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member is a member, right? Monica would say she. Hey Trey, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you can do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? I guess I have no other reason to refuse. Besides, how can I refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome! You're really sweet, Trey. You know that. It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. There's no music. I hate when there's no music. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Ah, 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 ah. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. And anyway, welcome to the club, Trey. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears to be comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet the both of you. So, I ran into Trey in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Trey? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So I know you don't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club as fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are really interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it comes to stuff that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. That makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated by Yuri. Get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Huh? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, I believe you. While tea and reading may not be a pastime for me, at least I enjoy tea. Glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Trey, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter out quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps it. Yeah. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Actually, for all those people out there, my favorite book is Jurassic Park. It always has been, always will be. It's such a great book if you ever read it, or listen to it if you listen to audiobooks. It's my favorite book of all time. And that book is seriously screwed up. I read a horror book once, which is true. I've read some Dean Koontz before. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. And suit your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh? Why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Yeah, well, I guess sometimes. What do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that kind of writing takes more than just confidence. The trust form of writing is writing to oneself. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all head home and write a poem of our own. And next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good idea. It seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Trey? Hold on. There's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth for what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All three girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. Guess I need to tell you the truth, Trey. Thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. Am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Trey? Yeah. It could be fun, right? Really did scare me there for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Okay, I'm so happy. We can become official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Hey everyone. And with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Trey, I look forward to seeing how you expressed yourself. Yeah. I really impressed the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I should be on my way then. Okay. See you tomorrow then. Can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between these three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day in school with in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make the most out of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Unlock the special poem. Would you like to read it? Sure. Nothing real? Nothing real? Is that what that says? Nothing is real? That's some FBI letters right there. No shit. Okay, let's see here. Nibble. Cute. Kitty. Play. Lipstick. Marshmallow. Joy. Twirl. Ocean. Breathe. Strawberry. Lollipop. Puppy. Jump. Party. Doki Doki. Flower. Bouncy. Fluffy. And giggle. That should impress Natsuki. This is going to be a shorter episode than the other ones because my voice is killing me and I don't have anything to drink at the moment. I can try. I'll read my poems with everybody and then I'll call it apart. I can try. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. I don't mind the notification. Sorry about that. I want to play Gears 5 anyway. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, whoa! I saw that. I saw that. Did you see that, Admire? The music's also different. Thanks for keeping your promise, Trey. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into the literature when you're not accustomed to it. Whoa, ha. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had been dragged here by Monica. Had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan on just here to hang out or what. If you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. See, she's in front of the words. This game's breaking. Broken game. This game is breaking. Whoa, what the jump scare is that, pretty much. You definitely have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki flops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Trey. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up the book to read? Well, you can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in the club now. It only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. Oh no, it's not that, Yuri. I just want to try to be part of this club. Even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just feel like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. You can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone is settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Ah! I hear Natsuki utter an unexpected sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Oh. Oh my gosh. Fucking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into unless you figure out where the other person stands. How'd you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. Then she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right back in the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. You know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can just go through. If you're going to judge, you can do it through the glass on the door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. Didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. Parfait Girl, so is it story of Shrek? Parfait is delicious. I got that reference, Admire. Very good, man. Very good. But I'll tell you one thing, Trey. Consider this a lesson and... Oh, whoa! Don't judge a book In fact, Mitsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. He shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. I'll just stand there. Well, Mitsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. He pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? Take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read at the same time like that. Eh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be closer like this. Don't just say that. Make me feel weird about it. Mitsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. Didn't expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I could say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life up there. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough for me to make up for the lack of plot. Oh, that's cute. He's cute. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. You say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? Her eyes moved. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Did you share your manga with your friends? Did you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. I just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes you want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends that are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers at the time. It's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Oh boy. Oh boy. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica is kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. You're gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. What's going on? Oh, time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Wah! Wah! I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give me lymph. Doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Trey. She's fine. This happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Here's what I'm getting from this game, bitches be crazy. Yeah, no shit. That's why your boy's still single. Alright, Meyer, I'll let you pick. Who should I share my poem with first? Natsuki, Yuri, or Monica? Natsuki, good call. Good call. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair that I shared mine with her first. Okay, well let's start off with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That was what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make it go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. Hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Erk. Natsuki retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're some all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Okay, it's the same poem as last time. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because Everyone in high school thinks that writing is all supposed to be sophisticated and stuff. But people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then it makes it fall flat on purpose. Let's bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. Suki is crazy. Let's get her to leave the game. I kind of like her a little bit. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, admirer, who should I read my poem to next? Monica? Okay. Hi, Trey. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, do you ever have any suggestions for the club, like activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Hahaha. Don't worry, Trey. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? It's that sort of barrier that we'll all need to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Trey. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something that Suki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. He'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Oh, that's sad. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down, like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls, you know? I mean, I wouldn't know. Me man, not no woman. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. That's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? See. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle. closing in on me. Or is it crinkle or wrinkle? I don't know. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So what did you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on time in between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? I'm not really sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. Been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, now it's time for Yuri. Yuri stares at my poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. It's your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after all reading through it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Excuse me. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make it style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is both style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them, but building them. Getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it'll all come with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Atsuki could be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. Shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself or to me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd like to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost Under the Light. I can't read this. Can you read this, Admire? The tendrils of my Hair illuminate beneath the ambient amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last gleaming. I can't read this. I can't read cursive. Yada yada yada. The light flickers, I flicker back. Let me know when you're done, Admire. God, my throat is killing me. I'll give it another moment or so. Three, two, one. Okay. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. I just can't read your beautiful cursive handwriting, that's all. But it took you a long time to read. It's true, it did. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. To be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Huh? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Trey. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you only did glance over it after all. Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences into their work. They usually do more than a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. It's really impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okay, I can't take it anymore. My throat is killing me. I've been reading for about an hour now. And I think I'm gonna call it here. Admire, thanks for hanging out. Everybody else watching on YouTube, thank you for everything. I appreciate everything. It's nice to have you guys here. It's nice to be back on this game. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this, or if you like my reading, or if you like my voice changing or not, or just reading my normal voice, let me know. You guys take care. I love you all. Have a nice one.